to another Paramics Discovery video tutorial. My name is Malcolm Calvert. I'm the director of Paramics Microsimulation, and this is now the 16th video in our series of Paramics Discovery 25 improvements. And in today's video tutorial, we're going to be looking at improvements that we've made to reviewing your networks. These are in different places within the user interface, and they're all quite small but hopefully useful as you go about your business using Paramics Discovery, just making your life that little bit easier with each step. So let's jump in and look at these network review improvements. So I'm going to use the model in front of me to show where these network review improvements have happened within the user interface. Now the first ones are in the locate option up here in the top right hand corner, and this is used to locate objects in your model. And what we've done to this is we've just added a couple more objects, as well as the common nodes, links and zones. You can now also locate detectors and bus stops or PT stops in here. So if I was to type detector, for example, it's going to list all the detectors in the model, and then I can click on one and it will go to that detector. Now, one of the nice things about the locate feature is, as well as being able to now find detectors and bus stops, it also zooms in on the location, which it previously didn't do. So that's another nice improvement to locate. So I'll just zoom out again and find a bus stop by typing stop and go to one, and you can see it zooms in on the bus stop that I've selected there. Now the next improvement is within the inspector, and I can open that through Edit Network and Inspector. Now the first one is in the nodes part of the inspector, so you can see that already coming up by default. If you don't have that, you can simply click here and choose nodes from the list. And what we've added into the inspector is the type of node which is used. So this column is now new in version 25. So we can now tell if the node is a normal type, which most nodes are, or if there's a roundabout node in the model. So it's just a little bit more information about that node, which can be useful when you're working with this data. Another change within the inspector is in the links section. And if I right click on my headings at the top, I can choose the various headings I want to view within the inspector. And what we've done is just added in a new one here, which is force turn. So that was missing previously from the inspector, and that's now been added in. So the next improvement is within the styles panel. If I go to Edit Network and Styles, I can open up that panel. And what we've introduced here are a couple of improvements. One is the introduction of link cost factors and tool cost factors within the network review section. So if I now select link cost factors, for example, I can see where all of my link cost factors are placed on the network. I can see the link on which they're placed and the value of that link cost factor. And it's the same for tool cost factors, although there aren't any in this model. I can also now see my time of day information on any items that are coded within the network that have a time of day element. So for example, if I select restrictions here, I can see that where I've got a restriction in the model, it's giving me information about when that restriction is applied. So this is a PT only, so it's a bus lane essentially here, and I can see that bus lane there, and it's telling me when that bus lane is being applied. And this is for any time-based element within your model. You can now review that and see when a restriction or another time-based element has been applied into the network. We've also made an addition to the settings report. So within model and settings report, we've now added the mean headway and the minimum gap into our settings report, so you can see those by vehicle type. As you scroll down, you've got mean headway and minimum gap by vehicle type. And finally, we've improved our display of link cost factors within the network. Let me turn off my restrictions and my PT stops as well. And if I scroll up in the styles panel, and go to link and choose as my outline link cost factor, you can now see more clearly how the link costs are being assigned. You can see the values in a key in the bottom left corner. And it's really the color coding that's improved here, where previously it was difficult to tell between the different shades of color where the link cost factors have been applied. It's now much easier to see where the higher link cost factors have been applied in this network on the yellow links and the lower ones on these bright blue links here. Thank you for joining us today for this video tutorial as we have looked together at the improvements made in Paramics Discovery version 25 to help you review the networks that you've created. So I hope you found that useful. We've got just 1 or 2 more video tutorials to come in this series. And if you haven't seen the other ones, I would encourage you to go back on our YouTube channel or support center and check them out.